Hello, friends. Day one of 30 Days of You. So it was uh, it was asked by one of our community members, the lovely Teresa Ford, suggested in one of the videos to do a 30-day challenge. And what she thought would be a good idea was a 30-day challenge of something or um, a 30-day challenge of what made you proud, like your proudest moments. Um, so I thought I'd take this on and do a 30 day, I just changed it around a little bit. I didn't want to use the word challenge. A lot of people do the 30-day challenge, 10-day challenge, but I wanted to remove the word challenge because it kind of it can imply struggle, and I don't want it. I don't want that context on what we're trying to do here. So the hope is that for the next 30 days, uh, I'll create a placeholder, I guess, a video every day, and I'll say something. I'll list or I'll create a video for something that um, a moment that I had where I was proud of myself for doing something, accomplishing something. And it doesn't have to be profound. It just could be a moment where you accomplished something, achieved something, like maybe stepped out of yourself, out of your comfort zone, and realized something. Um, a moment where you were you at your purest. You know, um, I think. Uh, if we create a space for this and everybody could just put your moments in the comments every day, just list something, just relive a moment, a time, or an event um, that you hold dear to you, where you maybe accomplished something that you didn't think you could do, or maybe you learned something that helped you grow or evolve, something that brings you joy. You know that feeling that you get inside, that like inside your heart space where all the memories live. Um, that warm feeling or that that energy spot where you know when you're in that moment and then you just feel like a glow around you. Um, I feel like those events live inside of our heart space. So the hope is that you could go back to that spot or that moment in time, relive it, and then just post it in the comments. And with that, for 30 days, we'll see how maybe this is like a social experiment, how our vibration changes. Like are we vibrating at a higher level than we were on this day, day one? You know, I used to always, when I coached soccer, I used to always tell the kids to stack wins. So if you did something that you felt really good of, hold on to that and then build on it. So in theory, by reliving these moments of our greatness or joy or passion, of moments of pride, growth, however you want to call it, if we stack those for the next 30 days, we should be living in a greater energy. or a higher level. And so that's the hope. Um, well, actually, I know this is going to happen. I know this will happen in 30 days. Even if you don't do all 30 days, that's fine. Um, because whatever we do is just adding to to our energy, you know. But yeah, if you could just post in the comments a moment that you're proud of, or a moment that you had great joy or growth, and we'll see where it goes from there. So I'll start off day one. Um, I think a proud moment was actually coming on YouTube and making these videos, creating a channel for uh, coming on and actually doing videos or doing lives or doing live with JJ and stuff like that. Basically, just coming out of the shadows. Um, and the reason why that's a proud moment for me is because I think for a lot of most of my life, I've been like, I don't want to say living in fear, but you know, there is a part of me that, and I don't want to say that I am, but I can be uh, someone that, is a little insecure, um, who lived in fear, who's always afraid, or not always, but at times afraid of being judged, failure, um, fear of dying. When I was young, I was really sick, um, and God bless my mother. She had a tough time with that. I was really sick. The doctors didn't know what was wrong with me, and she would take me to the hospital. And whenever I got sick, and you know, she used to always pray and like, please don't let him die, don't let him die. And that fear that she had stuck with me, and I took on that fear. Um, and amazingly, I applied it to a lot of things. So I think for me, just stepping aside from that fear of ridicule and um, judgment. Well, not so much judgment, because this is a community that is very kind and compassionate to people that try, or to people that are willing to put themselves out there a little, even just a little bit. Some Not everybody's the right flavor for everybody, but this community is very kind in the sense that they they won't poo poo on somebody putting themselves out there a little bit. And so, yeah, I'm not too afraid of judgment, but um, maybe just making myself vulnerable. And it's not about the community, it's about me feeling vulnerable. And so by stepping out of the shadows and, finding a way to be comfortable with being vulnerable, um, was a proud moment for me, a huge win. Um, I don't edit these videos at all. So, you do get a lot of like maybe long pauses, or a lot of me trying to find my thoughts. Um, I think because I wanted to be authentic. I wanted you guys to know that I'm being authentic and in the moment. Um, I always thought that, I watched all these like Terry, JJ, Kevin, Linda. They seem so professional, and almost perfect because there's a flow to what they do. And so I kind of was nervous about that and thought that, oh, I can't do this because, you know, um, I'm not like that. I don't, there's a, you know, you know what I'm trying to say, where things just had to be perfect. There couldn't be any hiccups. And if there was, then you got to start all over, or it's not going to be a good video or something like that. And I remember Jason Tempensky just telling me you just got to do it. Just get out there and do it and put yourself out there and um you'll be fine. And he was right. I'm glad I listened to him because I do feel fine. The more I do this, the more comfortable I feel about my imperfection, and being vulnerable. And I think the greatest thing is by coming out of the shadows, I get closer to the light. And I think that's what we all are searching for, is a way to become closer to the light, you know? Um, so that's my day one. That's my first entry into celebrating me. And hopefully you guys will have 30 days of celebrating you. And please put it in the comments. That way we can look back on it. And I think it will help. Um, if we put it out there to the universe that this moment meant something to us, maybe we'll get something in return, more of it, um, or somebody else could glean something from it. And that's, I think, where the magic starts to happen, right? Is where we share a little bit of ourselves and somebody else gains from it, or they live in the moment with us because they feel the energy behind the story that you're telling in the comments. And if you're not ready to do that, then that's okay too. But just relive the moment, go back to that time and that space and be there where your heart like filled up and you celebrated you, or you were proud of you. I'll end it here. We'll keep it short and sweet. Um, but this is day one, 30 days of you celebrating yourself. So I'll see you tomorrow on day two. And remember, angels fly because they take themselves lightly. Have a great day, guys.